Ander lieb ich für mein Leben, lebe eben wie ich kann. Wollt ich mir doch Mühe geben, passt es mir doch gar nicht an.
Dear Diary, I have some terrible news to tell you, my darling, beloved diary. But I don't want you to get upset at me for telling you these terrible news. You see, this morning, as I peered out of my blinds, I saw a pair of black hands beneath my window tying up garbage bags. These were not the familiar set of hands that I was so used to seeing all these years. This set of strange new hands are very different. The hand itself is much smaller, and attached to it are these small, chubby-looking fingers. It is so clumsy you will not believe it. Something has gone wrong. The familiar hands that I am so used to seeing were much bigger in person. And attached to these bigger hands were longer, thinner fingers. Oh, but don't get me wrong, dear diary. I am used to new changes and to new things in my life. But you see, dear diary, these new hands are doing everything wrong. It is tying the garbage bags all wrong. It is not putting enough garbage into the garbage bags, and as a result, there are just too many air pockets in these garbage bags. But those familiar hands that I had grown quite fond of always did this job, oh so precisely, and oh so beautifully. It was always vigorously shove twice the amount of garbage into the garbage bag, and as a result, there will be no air pockets in it. It would then tie knots at the end of the garbage bag. And when it was done, then it would violently throw it onto a rusty cart. But no matter how violently these hands behaved, it always had excellent aim. At the end of the day, I would see these very neat stacks of garbage bags identical to each other, all very precisely aligned and stacked one on top of each other on top of this rusty cart. I have never seen such a magnificent and beautiful piece of artwork such as this. No sight is as beautiful as seeing these identical bags stacked one on top of each other on top of this rusty cart. But no piece of artwork is complete unless it has the artist's signature on it. It is then that I see this huge glob of spit rise up into the air and land on top of the garbage bags. It is then that I know that this magnificent piece of art is now finally complete. The sun would then shine its lovely warm rays onto this huge glob of spit, emanating lovely warm beams of light. Those familiar hands knew how to create a beautiful piece of art. I suspect that that glob of spit probably belonged to the mouth of those familiar hands. But those familiar hands ceased to exist. They have disappeared. And now I am left to watch these strange new set of hands that are just doing everything wrong. The garbage bags look like garbage bags on top of a rusty cart. There is no more beautiful piece of artwork in front of me. Not only that, but there is no beautiful glob of spit on top of the garbage bags. These set of new hands are so pathetic. It gently carries the garbage bags as if it was a newborn baby and gently places it on the rusty cart. Pathetic. Oh, I miss those familiar hands so much. It always would do the job so precisely and oh so accurately. Perhaps if I were to find a way of getting rid of this new set of hands, then maybe that familiar set of hands just might come back. Perhaps an axe with a very sharp blade just might do the trick. If this sharp axe with a sharp blade can manage to successfully chop off the set of new hands, then I believe things will be quite nice. There will be no more strange new hands. And then, if there are no more strange new hands, then there will be no more badly tied garbage bags. Perhaps those set of familiar hands just might have to come back to continue finishing its beautiful piece of artwork. If this were to happen, and these familiar hands do come back, I will once again have the honor and privilege of watching this beautiful piece of art get created before me time and time again. Things will be normal again, and I can finally live happily ever after.